I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is October 23, Monday, and hope you had a good weekend. We did have another bearish day today. And we did hunt that liquidity right there. We did not tap into this gap right here. This gap is not that important to me right now, but after the way we closed today, possibly. So, but this would be the first ideas and objectives for the day to wipe out that liquidity. You can see here that we opened up on, I'll just to stick to the 4 hour. We gapped up right here. Got this new gap right here. And after that 4 hour high closed, all right, pretty much was the high of the intermediary day part of the day. Rushed for that liquidity, bounced back. That was a nice liquidity pool that they did take out. All the assets did the same, and then retraced back up. Got to a deeper tracement here, and but when we opened, it did seal that 4 hour candle already. But then the Asian liquidity that was sitting there ended up getting grabbed later in the day, and then got a bullish movement all the way back up into a 15-minute supply blocks, and then took out liquidity, sold back off, and then came right back down to origin of the liquidity, and then settled here. Just settled now, actually. So let's take a look at this real quick, and then just to show you the idea that I had when I was doing this was, obviously this was extreme when I do it, but this is probably still in play, only because when we open up here, the thing is when you open up here, the options that I give, you can either retrace back and seal that, which it did. This is exactly what it did. It gapped up to do that though. It gapped up, right? And then sealed right there, that level, right? And then we came down, we hunted. So you Asia and London, you guys had a good time today, because we woke up and it was already accomplished, taking out that liquidity right there. Did not touch this gap. So I think that's a little bit dangling of a carrot in a way. I still think we're bearish, but it was a nice accomplishment to take this out, because we didn't get that quarter shift. We didn't end up getting that bullish movement that we thought historical data will show us, right? So in this case, we're not bullish, we're bearish, obviously. So in this range, in that master range, well, control range, I should say, we already retraced back to a 61. So they're hunting the next leg. This was not the low set in the quarter. A lot of people, institutions, and everyone is used to taking this buy in October for the new quarter, but it didn't hold, especially with all the things going on, as you obviously know. I don't have to even mention it. So that being said, weaker prices came and took that out. Yeah, so really nice, beautiful there. And then to just get a little bit more detail here, you can see the gap open up, right? Retrace back to seal most of it, and then came back up to take out that high that they made, and then created that liquidity there, and then lower high structure, so real easy to come and take out that low. And then your goal should have been to reach that liquidity that we just mentioned. Price does rush down for it, and then right here, when you break this low right here and it's an imbalance and it does not seal it. It would have been nice to seal it. I'm not even awake here, I'm just saying for you guys. That's a big indication that we're coming back to this area as well, right? And then also the gap of the present week opening gap, 50% would be a target for me on the upside if I was to continue trading. I was interested in the sell at the open, and then when we're at the open here, we already understand that we have came and taken out that piece of liquidity, but not that piece of liquidity. So here's the thing. So this is a common, this is common fuckery what they'll do. So they'll take out that low, and they didn't take out that low. So you see how this is darker green, this is lighter green. Okay, so they took out that low, and they didn't take out that low. Okay. I'm not even trading, this is six in the morning. But it does come here, right? And then you get this little order flow here, and it's popping up. So what this did, it comes back, right? It does probably make an equal high here, right there. Yeah, see that? Almost, literally hair underneath, right? This block's still in control. This is your a resistance idea, right? So break through, retrace. This price gets controlled, comes in, takes this piece of liquidity, but doesn't take that out. So very suspect. But what they did is they incorporated more liquidity. Well, what's funny is they took out this piece of liquidity, but they incorporated new liquidity with old liquidity, which is the green one, which is here. So when you're that's that low right there. So October 4th, right? The idea here is when you're at here at 9:30, you understand that, hey, why didn't you take out that piece of liquidity? Are we just going to be completely bullish from here? Doubt it, right? We're heavily bearish. Where objectives are to come down here and wipe out the liquidity, which this piece is still sitting there, right? So, anyways, that's the logic here at 9:30, and that you want to possibly look for a trade to take a sell. If you didn't, and if you waited for the first 30 minutes, that'd be great. But you'll see that we do come down one more time to take out that liquidity. That's the minimum target for this sell. I know this is. Let me go to 1 minute because I know this 5 minutes not that clear. You'll see it here that it's kind of like that price that doesn't take out that high first. So this is like a higher low. I'm sorry, this is like a lower high. That's the lower low, and then this retracement's the lower high, right? So it stays inside this wick. We do pop right back at right to that same exact level. These are areas that you want to see act as resistance, and then take some liquid. This is an internal lower high, or internal high. So this is going to get wiped out, right? They do wipe that out, and then you can see the momentum coming down. You could do a confidence trade here. If not, I'll generally wait for this candle to close. If this candle will close, if it's bearish like that, obviously I don't want price to come above this candle right here, or even that candle right there, or 50% of that wick right there. But what I'll do is, I'll enter as soon as this candle closes, expecting that this next bearish candle will not be above that level, right? And then again, we'll come down and close heavy, right? So then it'll close here, and then price this candle itself now will actually hold price for the rest of the duration of coming down to take out this liquidity that was dangled right there. See that? So that's the logic here. This is advanced understanding and all that, but real nice though. And then pretty common fake move, and we're generally going to remember we're waking up here at 9:30 and we see all this already. Like this has already happened, which is you guys had a great day, right? But understanding that we very big eyesore. You see this imbalance. It's sitting inside the weekly. It didn't have to, of course, but generally, where are you planning on going with price here? Okay, could it have came lower and got into this area? Okay, maybe, but same time, this is that classic double bottom here, and we've already taken out liquidity on higher time frames, especially with NAS as well. So this is just accomplishing a sell model where we took out liquidity, but we have this double bottom here where it's most likely going to, especially you see it here, right? You see how we come right to it, and then no bodies below it. But wicks coming down, we do get a retracement back into that wick of the last down candle. So 1 minute, right? Yeah. And then taps in there. So if you push the button while the next candle, which is the 9:44 a.m. Eastern Time, New York, you could have pushed it while it's in there. It's already sitting as support on that low that we're talking about here, which is that low right there. Yeah. And then price does shoot up, and then this next candle does retrace back into that wick. That's definitely a model for me on a 1 minute. Not expecting lower pricing either. And dollar had, some minor confluence with that, but let's see, where are we? So here's I do drop the ball here, but I personally did not want to be. I'm tired now. I was super tired from this weekend. I got all this wedding stuff going on and partying and drinking, and I'm rough morning for me. But what do you call it? The minimum goal for you taking a double bottom trade, obviously, is where? Well, we have liquidity here where we, opened up at 9:30. And keep in mind, I was about to forget, and I'm moving this shit around. We closed yesterday, not yesterday, Friday here, right? So if we're opening up down here at 9:30, you'll see a gap on the regular trading hours. So I'll just show you that now. Actually, I'll go to a 5-minute here. Let me go to a 5-minute here, and then I'll show it to you. So, because you have to understand your opening range gap, there's we were opening down here, and we closed Friday down there, up there. I mean, so take a look here. You notice you're gonna already open up to a gap, right? And then you'll see that this was the previous closing of Friday at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, New York, right? So with this gap here, and you're here, their goal is to come and take the liquidity out. But of course, when you're down here, your logic is, well, I'm going to buy up because I want to seal this gap, right? So that's to kind of give you the framework there. But with that understanding, this is a nice buy. I mean, man, beautiful on liquidity, double bottom there, which, I mean, I don't necessarily trade double bottoms, but it is price action. So retail or not, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But the logic, and then then taking this buy here, the liquidity here is nice. But I was willing not to be in the market today anymore after that, so I'm good. But price, beautiful, comes right to the 50 here of the gap, present week gap right there, retraces back, gets into, and this is another perfect buy right here. You see the price retracing right back into that high that we broke. So this is your shift of structure right here as well. And when you're down here, you're kind of projecting that to happen in general, but I'm not here to find out either sometimes. So, but you do get the retracement back after bouncing off that. And then your goal here is if you also identified the range from here to here, because this, and this is not make this too complicating. It is debatable. Obviously, I have a fib. If you look at the 1 hour here from up here, and then down here, and then retracing back. So that's one leg. This is technically all one leg. You don't see really big retracements. It's not really structured. But if you don't use ranges, then you have ranges in ranges, or in this leg, you have also ranges that you can use. So, and I'm saying that so you can understand why I use this as a fib. Because when I'm moving the price, let me kind of like do this. You can see here that when the price dropped, it doesn't retrace back, keeps falling. But then you get this price controlled. Watch Friday's video so it makes sense too. But this price controls the rest of this down movement, and you're inside this imbalance right here. So on a 15-minute, it was much better. No, not 15-minute. I won't get into that. I ain't got time for that. But what I'm trying to say is, as price did control right here, this leg broke down, that retraced back up. You can see it's well over 50%. So we can continue from here with the range, and then as you notice, if I drag this, let me take this low. If you're here, you're like, okay, well, we don't get a 50 here, so we popped up. You don't get that. And it just drops lower. So obviously, if you drag that range, you don't see any fair delivery in that case, right? So actually, could have been done in a couple of ways, but yeah, that didn't even do it either. Yeah, that's right. All right, so yeah, so when you're dragging this down, taking this buy with all what we just discussed, coming to here is a no-brainer. For me, I'm not involved, but this would be a no-brainer to take this to here. So when you're taking this buy, what do you got? What are your options here? Obviously, where we took liquidity there, you have right there. You have that liquidity there. Okay, you have this 38 if that's what you feel like doing. But this would have been better, and getting into the gap would have been better. And then you got this 50 right here, right? So it comes right to it. But you see, the algorithm is referencing the 50% level of this gap. So we do get a retrace back. This is another beautiful buy. This is a support area. So you have a low high and a lower low with a break. So it's a structural shift. but you do have fair delivery coming back down in here. Even if you put a fib from here to here for 50%, you didn't get it. But from here to retrace as a sell up here would have been a good, I like that trade as well. That would have been, what I'm trying to say is if I did this, if you did this, for example, right? Taking this trade, which I'll explain up here, but coming from here down to a 50 level is I would say kosher as a trade. But beautiful shift right here, and then this is sitting right above that support block right there. So, but as far as buying going, we did mention up here if we had the 50 delivery, but what was also more important up here, understanding that you're on a big swing down. I mean, we came down from here and we're at a very key level here, right, with liquidity. So nice bounce there. Obviously, you expect some type of bounce, and getting into these, if you look at the 15-minute, let me blow this up just real quick so you can see that on the 15-minute here. Hopefully this is not confusing or anything. But yeah, just basically, what other targets do you have up here? Did it reach for, and it hit nicely, same level. These up 3 candles. These 3 candles were pretty much supporting price. You're gonna use the 3 consecutive candles. Generally, the open of the first one is a hot level for it to reach. But what do you call it? This is the highest closing candle up here. Obviously, didn't reach that, and that's But the point is that you're using these up candles as it being resistance. But ultimately, you're also still in this candle. See this candle right here, this up candle? Well, we pop in it, we sell. We come back up in it, we sell. Right? So this candle right here, this that I'm showing you right now, and confluence with that open of that candle. So this is pretty much holding price down right now, right? So nice level, but it's the same level. It's literally, if you look at the up there, if you look up here, if you could, man, that's kind of ugly. Oh, let me do that. Yeah, you can maybe see it better there. So the high on this candle here is 366, 366, and you'll see right here is the same level right here. So the open of this candle, this first bullish candle right here is going to be 366, same level. All right. So that all being said, price came down, and because it came down, I think it's still weak. You can get bullish movement up above here and start attacking there, but this range I don't think is done coming down. It's too premature in my opinion. Let me kind of do this real quick. See if I can mention. Oh, there's just so much to mention, but here you can see Nas taking out those lows as well. And we took out that low yesterday. I'm sorry, not yesterday, Friday. So I'm just gonna let me just change this color. I should have already done that. I don't know why, but I didn't. But so this was the next level of target to take. So they gapped up as well, came back in, and bottom of that gap right there, and held the price down, shot down, and took it. And very similar day. So then price retraces back. So if you use this range from here to here, you would have been nice here for catching that buy. They came all the way up. So getting up into here is possible, but I'm still expecting lower prices. So we're in this fib here now since we made that range. Yeah, can it come up here? Yeah, sure. I mean, can this be a leg and then retrace down? Sure. But if it doesn't, then I'll get into that. But I mean, I'm just identifying this range right here because all these retracements right here, see these lower low, lower highs. This is your pretty much sell model where you get your first phase here of a reversal, and on the lower high that they were trying to accomplish, and then break a structure there, lower highs, lower lows, all the way down. This right here was already a 50 from here to here to here, so that's why I got it from here. Because if I was to drag this down, you could see that it never comes back to a 50, and this is the range that I identified. And worked out pretty nice right there. Pretty much came back into that block right there, but nice 50 right there. But they still have a lot of room to go down here, in my opinion. So I don't, we're not done with the bottom side. I don't, obviously, but Let me see here. What else can I mention with Nas real quick? Oh shit. Double bottom as well. See that? Right through the structure right there. And and then blew right through the Asian liquidity from today, right? So they went obviously more above and beyond. They took, so you got these too many lower highs. Price is going to expand. So took out that low, stayed in that low, and sold off a little bit, but not too much, not as much as Dow did, but still sitting in this in a previous week gap right here, and buying here, you would have been nice to take it to there or any one of these pieces of liquidity, but I would say the main goal was this Asian liquidity today. Really, really suspect. Obviously, a little too clean, and it's your nearest liquidity as well, right? Like, I mean, obviously here too. You know what I'm saying? And you could have used that low that we broke previously as a not resistance, but as a reference point where the algorithm can bounce off of as well. So I mean, taking this buy, I mean, you had options of here liquidity, you had the open itself that's in purple here, you have this low right here. If you extend it out, that low is not too important, but it could come back and bounce from there. So I'm just leaving it there. I'm not married to this one right here. So just to giving you the logic, but yeah, man. And then let's see what else I was gonna mention here. With Nas. See, I'm gonna end the video and then be like, damn, I forgot to say this and say that. But same story, I guess. And then let me mention we have a nice divergence here happening right here in Nas. Nas does take out that high, that sell that we're talking about in the afternoon was nice because it does break out this high, right, from Friday. Not this high I'm talking about. I'm talking about here. So you'll see right here, this one. And then S&P doesn't make it, and Dow also doesn't make it on this swing high right here. See that? So with that understanding, this is a crack, and Nas presented the crack, and then the weakness, you're following with the weakness, which is going to be the S&P and Dow. So this right now shows me that I think we're possibly still coming lower. So I think that's what's in the cards for tomorrow, unless Tuesday decides to come up one more time to wipe out liquidity itself and then come down, which I'll get into that in a second. But let's see, I think that's all I wanted to show you here. And then as far as dollar goes, dollar got heavy. That daily imbalance right there, they blew through it, and then they took out the lows here. And right now, I mean, dollar's looking bearish, but it would have to show some type of strength real soon to be able to be some type of bull flag, some type of, liquidity manipulation coming down drives, and then to pop up to save it to come up. That would guarantee us coming down. Right now, you do have some possibilities to retrace anyway from this big candle. So tomorrow's candle, we can retrace back in there. That'll push us one more time down, and then maybe dollar continues, and then if that's the scenario, which what I'm trying to share with you is, if we do something like this, we do there, and we use that old weak imbalance as an inversion and use it as resistance, or even possibly this daily imbalance that we blew through. Just giving you the idea, if it turns into something like this, then you'll see us, kind of, I mean, they're not really symmetrical because the market's moving super, dollar is not really being symmetrical. So, we're not in a normal market, for sure. But obviously with the history of us not being bullish and going above all those highs and our indices, we're bearish, right? When a normal quarter, this would be bullish. So anyways, retracing back up, we can see dollar. Maybe dollar does push down one more time. If it pushes down one more time heavy, then we're definitely going back up to take out our liquidity. And then, which means, we'll break we'll break the high that we made today, and then maybe get into there, right? We all come into there, like this little price action here, and Nas pops up one more time to take their high and then take out that right, and then we get up into here, maybe even possibly here. That's too high though, but that's if assuming dollar pushes real down. If not, if not, and we retrace like right now, and dollar goes up first here to about this area, then I can see us coming, just straight down from here, and then now we're getting into here, and then Nas is getting into that big ass imbalance for them to seal that as well, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the case. And then let's see, is there anything else I wanted to mention? I don't think there is. Let me put a pause real quick just in case. Yep, knew I'd forget something. So as far as the news goes, we're gonna have a lot of action tonight. Euro, GBP, and AUD have a lot of shit going on, right? So we'll have probably a lot of action for Asia London. So you'll probably see the moves I'm mentioning all in Asia London. I mean, if we didn't have nothing going on this past AM early Asia London, and you had all that price action, I mean, this looks like it's going to be fun. And we got news at 9:45, and then Wednesday we do have what do you call it? We got was it Wednesday? Was it? Yeah, it was Wednesday. We got Fed Powell talking on Wednesday. So very, very interesting. 4:35 p.m. time. So they might be engineering liquidity for that, so then he could wipe out both sides. But as far as that goes, I think that's good enough here. And then you guys take care till tomorrow. God bless.